Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Abby and I am here sharing my journey of healing with you. If you like my content, I would be so grateful if you could hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and I will be forever grateful. Okay, so the topic of this video is all about healing and what does healing look like? I know this is such a broad term and I really do believe that this is so personal to you. So I encourage you, through me sharing my own healing journey, to please go away and just think about yours and what the word means to you, what your healing looks like, where you're at, and most of all, just greet yourself with love. Okay, so healing to me is, the only way I can describe it is like an earthquake has hit and just shattered every single aspect of my life into a tiny million little pieces. And I love jigsaw puzzles, so the way that I kind of look at it is like I've got all these pieces of a giant jigsaw puzzle that I need to put back together again. And I want to build it and I want to complete it so that I have finished it. But I think it's like your foundation has been, as I said, just completely shattered into loads of tiny little pieces. And then I think it is, first of all, when traumas happen in our lives and when major life events happen, it shakes our foundations. There is no denying. It completely shakes everything we thought was stable in our lives, every single structure that we believed was strong and would hold us. It can leave us questioning everything, questioning our beliefs, questioning our identity, questioning our emotions. I know when the hardest things happen, sometimes we really turn inwards to ourselves and we kind of shine the light of judgment maybe on how we're reacting. There's so many different areas to go into, and I would love to hear from you. If there is anything specific that you would like to talk about, like me to talk about, do a video about, I'm discovering this gorgeous journey as well. And I know that if you have been attracted to my channel, then hopefully in some way we have some connection, and hopefully this video can help you on your journey. I feel it's a beautiful disaster is the way that I like to look at it, because knowing that you have the power, you have the choice as to how you are going to rebuild your foundation to be even stronger, I think is one of the most beautiful things about all the chaos that can happen in our lives. And I think we have to keep faith and we have to have hope in it, even in the most dire situations. I think that without that, life would just be a very, very miserable place, and it would be a really miserable existence. And I don't wish that on anybody, so I'm not going to wish that on myself. So, I want to share with you a beautiful analogy, something that my very best friend introduced me to, and it's basically the Japanese have this gorgeous way of looking at things, and in the Japanese culture they have this term which is called kintsugi, and it basically means that if there's any bits of broken pottery, or if you've had a favorite vase or a favorite bowl or something and it smashes, what they do is they love to build it back and piece the pieces back together and glue them together with gold. And I just think that there is so much that can be taken from that. I think it's so beautiful how you can just have this structure in its perfect form, or what we perceive to be perfect, and then it's knocked off balance and broken. Some people, most people, they might just want to throw it in the bin. But if it's a really beloved piece, and it's a really beloved piece of yourself, how beautiful is that to rebuild something and stick it together with gold? Kintsugi is a gorgeous way to look at things. Jigsaw puzzles, for me, is just my dream. I just love it. And I'm learning more and more on my journey how to stay curious, and how to, it's almost like, because I can be such an emotional person and emotionally in tune, I can be at times a very sensitive empath and take on other people's energies very easily, which I am becoming mindful of and I am working on, because I don't think that's always useful. And I think a lot of times in life, it's not that we want to suppress our emotions and control our emotions, it's just that we don't want them to control us. Now that's a huge difference. Having control of our emotions, or letting them control us. How I like to approach my way of thinking is, I'm a very visual person, and I think it's all about tapping into what really resonates and works for you, uncovering your own blueprint. And I know for me, visualizing all of my emotions, everything that's going on, all the chaos that can be happening in my life, and like physically going inwards and visualizing just all of it being encased in this beautiful sphere of love, and that I'm on the outside of it. Because I feel it's only when you can get to that place where the monkey mind, where the thoughts, the ego, when everything has just been put in its place, then you can find peace. Then you can go inwards. Then you can shine the light of awareness. And then you can make intuitive decisions on what your next steps are and where you need to go from here. Now, I believe that we all have the power of the universe within us. Those are my beliefs. And if I'm saying this and this isn't resonating with you, that's absolutely okay. You don't have to believe what I believe. These are my beliefs. But I feel so grateful that they are a universal and shared belief largely across the globe. I really feel we are in a movement right now. And I'm so excited about it, because I can feel that there is almost this mass awakening happening, and I am just so eternally grateful that I have been chosen to be one of the many. That's just my beliefs. That's how I like to look at things. And to get back on the topic of healing, this is all part of the healing. This is all part of the journey for me, and it may be for you as well. Okay, so a few healing practices, a few of my personal ones that I would love to share with you are reading. Oh my gosh, there are so many amazing resources out there, so many incredible books. I will list a few of them below, just a few of my favorites that have really, really helped me on my own journey to awakening, on my own journey to healing. Off the top of my head, so ECKHART TOLE has been a huge, huge life-changing influence to me, especially with his concepts of the power of now, the present moment, and consciousness and conscious awareness. He has an incredible book called A New Earth. and he does a podcast with Oprah Winfrey, and they discuss the chapters, and I just highly recommend it to anybody. I will link it below for you so you can find that resource easily. Another huge influence in my life has been and will always be the wonderful Tony Robbins. I think he was the initial person who really kind of made me realize that I didn't have to stay with the thought patterns and processes and my own blueprint that I had developed from childhood. I didn't have to keep that. I had a choice, and I can choose how I think about things, what I focus on, where I want to go from here. I don't have to stay stuck in those old beliefs that no longer serve me. Again, I can do a whole video on this topic. So I will link some Tony Robbins below. Who else? Oh my gosh, Michael A. Singer, who has got some fantastic books. He's got The Untethered Soul, and he has got The Surrender Experiment. And honestly, just life-changing moments in my life. Surrendering, again, I will do a video on this because that is just a topic in itself. There is so much to uncover there. And I think once you, even if you just grasp a tiny fraction of what it means to surrender to the universe, it will change your life. And I'm not just saying that blankly. I know from experience, it will change your life. And I think it's something that I am conscious of and still working on, and I will continue to work on every single day, is that major trust in the universe and that major trust in the energy and the abundance that is all around us. You know, it's no like limited amount for each person. There is unlimited abundance for all of us. And if I can help in any way to be a part of that awakening, then here I am living my Dharma. Okay, so YouTube is like my best friend at the minute. It has just got everything. I love it so much. And I keep finding the most amazing channels and people that just resonate so deeply, that I feel like whenever you get to a place in your life and you just really need something and you don't know where to turn, just type it in YouTube and literally there are so many people that will pop up. And again, once you start tapping into that inner wisdom, that inner intuition, it's amazing how you just gravitate towards the videos and the people that are perfect for you at the time. And it doesn't mean you have to stay with them forever. Just see it as a stepping stone and as a helpful point for where you are on your journey right now. That's what I love to do. And I find I can go down a rabbit hole with YouTube, but I do it in a conscious way. And I always come away having learned something. And I think if there's anything in this life that keeps the spirit alive, it's learning. We have to learn. We have to have something that we want to make us grow. And I think once you tap into what really resonates with you, what you really enjoy, what lights you up, and when you really start to get in tune with your energy and how you react to these things, it's just magical where the journey can take you. Okay, so another must read for anybody who is interested in the lunar cycles, interested in astrology, interested in tapping into your inner wisdom and living your purpose, or even finding your purpose if you don't know what it is yet. There is the most incredible woman called KIRSTY GALLAGHER. I was so lucky to meet her in person a couple of weeks ago, and she has honestly changed my life. And she has such an incredible aura, incredible energy, and she's so selfless in the wisdom, the knowledge that she shares, in the community that she's built. It's so empowering and so insightful, and I would highly recommend and encourage anyone who is interested, especially women, in developing yourself and learning more about your astrological chart and how the moon can affect you and where you're at. I would highly recommend. So again, I will link her content and channel down below. She has a few books out now. She's doing amazingly well. And I just go back to these books. These books are not meant to be read once, and you don't read them through initially all at once. I mean, you can. They are more, you go at the time. So you figure out what the time is in the lunar cycle, and then you go to that chapter in the book, and it will just have so much information in there that is going to help you. It's got journal prompts, it's got explanations about the energies that you could be experiencing, and it's got just some beautiful suggestions for really how to take care of yourself and how to use the energies and tap into the universal energies to really help you grow. I just adore her. Okay, so to get back to some of my favorite practices to help me along my journey of healing. Diet has been a huge one, and I am going to do a separate video on that because that is a very personal one, and it's something that may or may not resonate with everyone. So I'm going to keep that one separate. So keep an eye for my video on diet and how it has helped me with my healing journey, because I believe what we fuel our bodies with really plays a part in everything. How we think, how we feel, how our energy is, everything. So I will post a video shortly about that. Other things that I love to do, oops, so just knocking my angels over. Got my angels, got my crystals, always got my crystals with me. Again, this is something that I only recently over the last few years got into, but if you're interested in crystals or you want to know more, I don't know a huge amount, but I'm always happy to share what wisdom I have learned so far. So let me know in the comments again if you would like a video about that. But I think the thing that really helps me with my healing journey is journaling. It's so simple and it's so effective. And I think if you can get into a habit of, again, habits, I can do another video about that. I'll post one about that. But I think if you can really get into recognizing when something is playing on your mind, either positively or negatively or indifferently, but if you're really thinking about something a lot and you just need to kind of figure it out, writing it down and just picking up pen and paper and just starting, that is the hardest thing. Just write that first word, I am, your first phrase even, and then just let your mind go and just brain dump it all onto paper. Journaling is so effective and it's just so helpful. I find it really helpful for me. But what I love to do is I love to have journal prompts. I love to start with a random sentence and see where it takes me. And I love to finish every single journal entry with thank you. So I'm thanking myself and I'm thanking the universe for the wisdom and the knowledge that I have gained, and also the safety and the security of releasing my innermost and most private thoughts. But another trick that I just love, and I recently discovered this, was writing journal entries from a place of being your future self. So if there's something, for example, if you want to manifest an event happening, you know, you'd love to go on a holiday, let's say. just taking yourself there, just sitting and allowing yourself again to just experience that, visualizing that, just tapping into all the senses of what that might look like for you. Even if you can't have a specific and clear picture, just tapping into a feeling of what you want to feel like when you're there, that is strong enough. And then coming to your journal from a place of already having done it and writing a note. I always say I write a note from my future self, and then I write about the experience. And it is so powerful. I can't tell you how powerful that is. I'm all about reprogramming the subconscious mind, recognizing my conscious thoughts as well as my subconscious thoughts, and really connecting with that portal and opening up that portal with the universal laws and the universal energies, and knowing that the universe is there. It's supporting us. We are being supported. And whatever lessons come along our way, however painful, however hard, just know that you can and will get through this. And just like the Japanese, we're going to rebuild ourselves. We're going to put the pieces back together. We're going to glue ourselves with gold, and we are going to give ourselves permission to shine brightly. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this content resonated with you in any way, I would love to hear from you. Please drop me some comments below and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I would be so grateful if you could subscribe and help to support my channel and help it to grow so that I can continue to keep making beautiful content and connecting with beautiful souls like yourselves. Have a gorgeous day, and thank you.